Good morning, everyone. So today, our lesson is instructional planning cycle. But before I discuss our lesson, let's first review our past lessons. So in our past lessons, we discussed about the proper or the effective teaching requires a proper planning. So overall, the teachers should plan with clear objectives, suitable teaching strategies, and also appropriate assessments to help students learn successfully. So in this lesson, which is instructional planning cycle, connects the idea of the instructional planning cycles. So in this stage, the teachers have a process to follow from planning a lesson to improving it after teaching. So the instructional planning cycle, the step-by-step process that guides teacher in planning, delivering, and improving a lesson. So what do you mean by step-by-step process? So it starts with a simple like the teacher's plan and teach, assess the students. So it is, later on I will show you the pictures of the cycle. But before that, understanding, this is a framework from Understanding by Design framework by Wiggins and McPhee 2005. So here in a instructional planning cycle, the example of it is that before teaching a grammar, so the teachers plan for objectives. Okay, so before teaching the lesson, the teacher, let's say for example, the teacher is teaching a grammar. So but before that, the teachers plan and how to teach it. And then one of its example is that the lesson that the teacher teaching is about a grammar. So before teaching the grammar, the teachers first plan the objectives, teaches the lessons, and then checks if the students learn the grammar, and then you can check it through assessments like quizzes or activities, and then reflects on the results. Let's see if nakatulog ba sila or wala, and then improves the lesson for the next. So it doesn't mean na kanang wala sila kasabot, then let's say for example, halfway is nakasabot, and then just 3% is wala nakasabot sa grammar, is imo na siya kasagdan. No, you need to improvise the lesson next week so that those 3% of learners, they will attain more information about a grammar. So we have here the four importance of instruction in planning cycle. We have the makes instructions effective. Why is that? It's because lessons are planned and not random. So it's specifically planned for your students' needs para makatulog sila about grammar. And then we have the learner-centered. Learner-centered is, it considers what I've said earlier. It considers the needs, the abilities, and the interests of our learners. And then the next one is we have the continuous improvement. Why is it continuous improvement? Well, it's because teachers reflect and improve the teacher's lessons so that the students will have an effective learning from the lessons. And also, the teachers can have an idea how to improve it. If they, let's say for example, how the students did not understand about the grammar. So at the future lessons, they will go into something like integrate or new lessons, but somewhat integrate nila from past lessons so that more retain ang information sa students. More on i-improvise niya ba or i-revise niya ang teaching strategies we have students. So we have the guides the teacher. So it guides the teacher, no? It helps the teacher what to teach, how to teach, and how to assess their learning. So this is the basic or the introduction about the instructional planning cycle. So later on, I will introduce to you just a brief explanations about the instructional planning cycles that I'm going to show you a picture later on, and I'm going just to explain briefly since my co-reporters will going to expound more about the learning about the instructional planning cycle.
Now, let's proceed to learning objectives. So, at this stage, the teacher is compelled to ask, what should I teach my learners? This can be the skills, knowledge, or values that found in the curriculum document. So, this can also be a big concepts or ideas that need to be learned or mastered by the learners. And it is here that the teacher decides the content of the lesson. So, this part is really familiar of us. Learning objectives that found in the lesson plan. In our lesson plan, makita siya, diba? Diba, and learning objectives, na siya'y tulo ka, saman, which is the psychomotor, affective, and cognitive. So, in learning objectives, ang question is, what should I teach my learners? Unsa ang ako ang itudlo sa kuang learners? And of course, kung magbuhat kag learning objectives, dapat ma-meet na siya sa imong mga students. Which is, the goal of your objectives sa imong lesson plan is ma-meet na siya sa imong mga students. Now, let's proceed to assessment strategies. So, after the teacher decides on the objectives, so paguman sa teacher nga naka-decide na siya sa iyang learning objectives, he or she now needs to identify how can the learners demonstrate their understanding or achievements of the learning objectives. So, paghuman nga nakabuhat na siya og iyang learning objectives, kailangan nga si teacher need niya to identify o giunsa sa iyang mga learners pag-demonstrate or pag-understand or pag-achieve sa iyahang learning objectives. So, this is the form of assessment strategies that the teacher needs to use for the lesson. So, kani nga mga strategies, which is the imuhang i-identify kung giunsa sa learners pag-demonstrate, pag-understand, and pag-achieve ang imuhang learning objectives. So, mao ni ang form of strategies nga kinahanglan nga gamiton sa usa ka teacher. The key questions that the teachers need to ponder here are the questions. How do I know that my learners have achieved the objectives of my lesson? So, giunsa nimo pagkabalo nga na-achieve na sa imong learners ang imuhang learning objectives? What will be the acceptable pieces of evidence of my learners' proficiency and understanding? This shall provide the pieces of evidence that the teachers need to gauge whether the learners were able to absorb the lessons. So always remember that learning objectives and assessment strategies, it is a very important of us, especially we are a future educator. Diba? Sa mga future educators. So, dapat kabalo ka unsaon nimo pagbuhat ang imong learning objectives. Kabalo ka kung unsaon na nimo nga makuha ba na sa imong mga students, ma-meet ba na sa imong mga students, and kabalo pod ka unsaon nimo pagbuhat og strategies sa imong assessment, diba? Kung giunsa na sa mga student pag-achieve, pag-understand ang imong learning objectives. So, that's all.
Instructional activities. So, the teacher now begins to think about how to teach or her learners. The teacher will not plan for the teaching strategies and learning activities that will be used in the classroom, while the objective sets and the assessment strategies in place, and the teacher would how need to think about the learning experiences and information and resources the learners need to achieve the goals of the lesson. So, we have here the four teacher would have to consider. So, A, what enabling knowledge, skills, and values will the learners need to achieve the learners. So letter A, what the learners need to know, or what knowledge, skills, values they must learn first. So for the letter B, what activities will the learners need to do to equip themselves with the knowledge and values. So for the letter B, what learners will do. So activities to help them learn and practice. So for the letter C, which of this knowledge, skills, and values should be taught or coached, and what's the best way to them? So how to teach. So best methods and strategies to teach, guide them. So for the letter D, what materials and resources are needed to best attain the objects. So they need tools, materials that they are needed to attain the objectives. So for the reflections, after the implementation of the instructional plan, the teacher then reflects about his or her teaching. At this age, the teacher reviews what has happened at the implementation of plan. This involves the reaction of the learners with the strategies, the result of the assessment. The teacher can use the data from the observations to make adjustments and improve the next instructional plan. So the four ways or the four teacher would have to consider is the letter A, what learners need to know. The second one is what learners will do, and the third one, how to teach it. And for the last one, how to use or what to use. Thank you.